So my friend has sent me to Home Mart to try to find a sound system for the restaurant. I've never been here before, so let's go try. Oh my goodness, I've never seen a shop like this. Maybe T2000, but this is better. This is insane. It's like T2000 if T2000 actually laid things out nicely. Wow. I'm looking for the electronics section. You can see everything. It's all laid out really nicely. And you never see this. There's actually signposts telling you what's on each floor. I've never ever seen that in a shopping centre or a shop in Rwanda before. When my friend told me about this, I thought she was making it up. I mean, I thought like she was exaggerating how nice it was, but this is nice. They need a bigger parking space though. It's like all of the shopping centres and all of the buildings in Kigali really suffer from parking shortages. Yeah, I would usually go to M Hotel for hardware. I probably still will because they've got everything there, but this is impressive. I do like me a good hardware section. Oh, they've got soldering irons for 6,000. That's really good. I might get one of those. I'm quite useless at soldering, but it's something I want to get better at. Oh my goodness, they've got glue and tape and electrical tape and duct tape. Oh my goodness. Oh, look at all the colours. This is incredible. This is truly quite impressive. I am impressed. These like skateboard wheels. Huh. They don't have the skateboard, but you could build one. Look at this. Hose pipes, gardening equipment. Oh my goodness. And they've got a wireless mouse. I need a wireless mouse and I really wanted this red one, but none of the shops had them. But they've got them here, so I'm going to get one. So I came here to buy a speaker for the restaurant, and it turned out that one of our waiters was also working there. He helped us to pick one out that was perfect. He also managed to set it up so that I could listen, but I can't play it to you because of copyright music. It sounded really good though. Yeah, I'm definitely getting strong T2000 vibes from the plastic flowers. They've got some kind of perfume that makes it smell like real flowers. This is crazy. Look at all of this. I was just about to order some of this on AliExpress. Gonna do a themed party. They've got a pretty good gift and party section, so gift boxes, wrapping paper, paper hats, huge quantity of suitcases. Oh, I like these multicoloured ones. Oh, 81,000, that's not too bad. Yeah, about 40 quid. I just completely disgraced myself. They had a whole load of wrapping paper and it was all stacked up on end on one of the railings, a bit like this. And I went to pick one up and the whole lot fell over. It was like watching dominoes fall. So I stopped to help pick it up, but they said, no, we'll do it. So I ran away. Got art supplies as well. Paint, gold paint, red paint, green paint. It's pretty cool. And a whole wall of giant teddy bears. Oh, this is excellent. Oh my goodness, what's this? Oh, that's quite scary. I don't know what that is. And a frog tyre, if you've ever wanted a frog tyre. I don't know why you want a frog that's a tyre. And a cappuccino lady. That's quite cool. Oh wow. I could feel this could get quite dangerous. I feel like I could spend money in here that I really don't need to spend. Oh no way, they actually do have skateboards. I don't think I've ever seen skateboards for sale in Rwanda before. This is nuts. And yoga mats. I know people are constantly looking for yoga mats. They've got expensive ones for 34,000 or smaller ones for, that actually says 15,000. It's pretty cool. People are always asking where they can get yoga mats. And hula hoops. 5k for hula hoops. They've even got potpourri. This is crazy. I've got to get some potpourri for the bathroom. Amazing. Oh, that one's pretty. Seriously though, there are products here I have never ever seen in Rwanda before. It feels like a proper supermarket kind of place. It's interesting. Fishing lures, fishing hooks. This is nuts. 2,000 for a reel of fishing wire. I know a lot of artists that are going to want to know that because fishing wire is brilliant for hanging paintings. Seriously, where have you ever seen these before? I am literally walking around passing people with the same expression as me. We're just like walking around with our mouths open like, oh. This is crazy. And a whole load of children's toys, but really nicely laid out. Like I say, T2000 has quite a bit of stuff, but they just pile it all up like, you know, the products don't matter. So you start to feel like the products don't matter. But it's so nicely laid out here. Oh, I would have loved these as a kid. I would have gone crazy over those. Seriously, look at this place, it's huge. Oh my goodness, there is another floor upstairs. And it even tells you what's upstairs. Furniture, oh my goodness. I was just about to go upstairs and I got sidetracked down this tiny little alley. And they've even got these giant fake mud wall panels. Like, my mind is going crazy here. Just imagine, like, you could build an entire, like, traditional Rwandan mud hut using these on the wall. Oh, with a water feature and some plants. Gosh, if I had the money. And there's building work going on outside. It sounds like they're expanding the shop even as we're speaking, like it's about to get even bigger. This is utterly nuts. I know I keep saying that. I need to stop using the word nuts, but it really is. I mean, seriously, where have you ever seen things like this for sale? They're beautiful. That is so nice. What's this, 8,300? So about 4 or 5 quid. Honestly, I'm losing my mind. If you're watching this from somewhere else, you might not understand what a big deal this is. I haven't been this excited since the first time I saw Nakumat. Nakumat was the first ever supermarket in Rwanda, about 2000 and I don't know when it came here, 2008 I think. And like the first time I ever saw Nakumat, I was like, oh, and I'm feeling that same excitement here. I've never seen a proper department store, like laid out like a department store, where everything is in different colours and like you can find all the mats in one place like this. And I mean, like I say, T2000 came close, but you could tell they just didn't really care about how they laid stuff out or anything, and a lot of the stuff was broken or, you know, or ripped. Whereas this stuff is in good condition, it's neatly laid out, the price is clear, they've got the same thing in different colours and styles. I like this a lot. My friend, she said the same. She said she came here for the first time and she spent 2 hours just like wandering around looking at things. This is, I'm impressed. It's even got written on the steps what's on the next floor. So let's go up and have a look at sports equipment, outdoor supplies and furniture. And this is the view. The only downside is that to get here you have to tackle the Sonatubes roundabout, and that strikes fear into the heart of every driver. So that road there is going between Kigali and Bugesera, and there's a massive roundabout and driving is crazy. And also, like I said, there doesn't seem to be a lot of car parking. So I'd probably take public transport. I did ask and they said that they deliver. So I've bought a load of stuff and they're going to deliver it for me. So come by public transport, do your shopping, have it delivered. I've discovered the wall of cushions. Every colour cushion you could imagine. This is amazing. Kids things, kids strollers. And the bedding. Yeah, that's the same as kind of most high street prices. 45,000 for a bedspread, pillowcases, duvet cover, queen size bed. I do eventually need to get some more bedding for our Airbnbs. So, yeah, sheets. You're kidding me, they've got rocking chairs. This is a rocking chair. How much is that? 350,000. A bit expensive for what it is, I feel, but that is a rocking chair. Oh, wow. Look at this. You know, again, I reckon there's probably about the same amount of stuff in here as T2000, but it's just the way they've laid it out. Like, they've made it look nice. And I think that's the big difference, is when things look nice, you value them more. And it does, it looks really nice. Table football. Oh, come on, how much is one of these? You always have to count the zeros. So if you take 3 zeros off the end and divide it by 2, you've got pounds. Yeah, the only thing I would say is that same kind of furniture that you find throughout the whole of Kigali is it kind of looks all right, but it's pretty kind of cheap plastic quality when you feel it. And so it looks kind of okay, but quality-wise, I just don't feel like it matches the price. I think if you wanted something really nice, it's still better to get furniture made, like for long-lasting quality. Although, I have to say, this is quite impressive. I don't know if you can see this. The chairs actually tuck into the table. That is very cool. But again, like, I don't know, 540,000. I don't know. I feel like that's a hell of a lot of money for that. And it is, you know, again, it's plastic. It's got quite a nice glittery surface. Got like a rainbow glitter surface. So it's kind of a cross between garden furniture and nightclub furniture. But I do like the way, do they both? Yes, they both slot in to that. That is incredibly cool. If it was a bit cheaper and I had a bit more money, some of those in the bar would be quite impressive. Good during the rain as well, because you could just like tuck them away. So again, everything's nicely sectioned out. So these are all desks, and over there we've got a wide selection of bar stools. So it's definitely easy to kind of come and have a look at. They've also got a few beds. Check the prices on these. So about £500, but that doesn't include the mattress. So if you're talking in foreign money, it's not a bad price really. So yeah, I am not the first person to talk about this. I heard about this shop from my friend Jamie, who runs Do Hope Shop. But I am definitely shouting about it loudly because I don't think most people know that this is here yet. I had never heard about it before, and I definitely don't think my friends have heard about this before. Children's desks as well. Even more rocking chairs. I am loving the rocking chairs. Oh my goodness, look at this. This is crazy. Oh no. This is dangerous. The amount of money I could spend in here. Oh, goodness me. Oh, look at this. Perfect. I need to open a tiki bar. And weird modern furniture. What even is this? That's amazing. Ooh, it's squishy. That one's like a giant pumpkin. We've got a pig seat. Oh, it's on wheels. Oh, it's like a rocking pig for kids. There's little floofy cushions here. Oh, that's the kind of chair that you would sit in and you could never get out of again. Yeah, I don't remember the last time that I was in an actual shop in Kigali and something made me laugh like that, or that I saw something that I'd never seen before, like these chairs here. I'm really enjoying this shopping experience. I'm going to stop going on about it. Actually, I'm probably not going to stop going on about it, but like if you live here, this is a rare experience. It's pretty incredible. Start them young. Wow. They've also got a small sports section, and I was just thinking, oh, I wonder if they could ever do the motorbike section, like shark helmets and things like that. That would be amazing. Oh, look, wine racks. Oh, this is just amazing. I'm really liking these elephant ornaments as well. They're pretty cool. So I think I'm back on the ground floor. There's 3 floors and I've just found the cosmetics department. It smells wonderful and it feels like being in Superdrugs in the UK. I seem to have stumbled into the 1980s or the 1990s. Do you remember these? I've got a metal one at home as a kid. Yeah, you put your hand against it and tip it upside down and it makes like a replica of your hand. And these used to be so popular when I was a kid. They're like sand paintings where you flip them upside down and the sand falls to make like a landscape picture. And a whole rack of egg timers. It's fascinating. Like, I really haven't seen any of these things here before, I don't think. It's really interesting. I'm getting a serious wave of nostalgia. So it's a little bit disturbing, but all of these oils say whitening oil. I feel like there was a country recently that banned whitening oils. I feel like it was in Africa, but I can't remember which one it was. Actually, something else that I'm really appreciating is they're putting testers out so that you can smell the products and try them. You don't tend to see that in shops here, so I really appreciate that. So I don't usually wear scent very often. There's only a couple that I like, so I don't usually spend a lot of time here. But because I've never seen testers in a shopping centre here, I've literally just been through all of them, just like smelling all these different smells. I think I've only succeeded in giving myself an asthma attack, but I am enjoying it, and I think I might buy one. I don't know. There's like about 2 different scents that I ever wear, but it's just so nice to find something novel, something that you don't usually see. So I might keep sniffing. Literally, I came in here for some speakers. And then I picked up a mouse, and now I have half a basket's worth of stuff. We'd definitely say the plates are a bit more expensive than T2000, but at the same point, none of them are broken. Nothing's chipped or broken, or so I don't know. But I think it's probably still worth checking out T2000 if you're looking for plates and crockery. If you're willing to have a bit of a rummage around in there, you can often find a bit of a bargain. Oh my goodness, automobile and car parts, steering wheel covers, spray paint. Oh, this is amazing, literally everything. Car mats. So there's very little food, it's mostly juice and crisps, but I did find some very spicy snacks which I'm going to take and try. Yeah, whenever I go shopping I have to get something, and it has to be something that I haven't tried before. There isn't a huge selection of food, maybe it's coming because there's quite a few empty shelves, but I'm going to try these out. Okay, I think I've reached my shopping limit, but I've been here for at least an hour, maybe an hour and a half, maybe longer. Time has kind of disappeared for me. This has been incredible. Let's go check out. So my bag's stuck in the locker. He's breaking into it with a knife. Does that work? So yeah, my bag's well and truly stuck in this security locker. We can't get it out. Alright guys, I've just got home. I'm gonna try this drink. Ooh! Ooh! It smells. What is that smell? Oh god, it's familiar. It's like an artificial, almost melon, but is it melon? Yeah, I will translate this and I will leave it up here somewhere. But when I go shopping, I always pick up something, hopefully something I've never had before. So I just grabbed a drink, which I've completely chocked with ice because it's so hot today. Middle of the dry season, so hot. Let me try it from the bottle first, as nature intended. Yeah, I'm going to put my money on melon. It's hard to tell. It looks like a dessert here, but I feel like something like honeydew or cantaloupe melon or something like that, kind of an artificial flavour, but it's good. Ah, let's drink it with the ice. It's lovely and clear. Oh yeah, I needed that. With the ice watering it down, it hardly has a taste at all. It tastes much more concentrated from the bottle, but it's nice. It's not an offensive flavour. It's nice and just refreshing. It's not fizzy, so it's quite hydrating. And then I bought these. In a moment of madness. There really weren't that many snacks. It was mostly crisps and drinks or juice. So I bought these. I'm not entirely sure what they are. I'm just going to run quickly and wash my hands. All right, let's break into these. I did run the scanner over it whilst I was there and it said extra hot something. So I'm a little bit afraid, but there weren't that many options for snacks. And I definitely haven't had these before. I tend to find that Chinese heat, Chinese spice, can really attack the back of the throat. I find it hotter than, I know everybody says Indian food. For me, Indian food, mostly it's a hot chili and it can get very hot. But there's one particular type of Chinese chili and I'm not sure what it is, but it goes for you. I find it a lot harder to take than the Indian food. I have no idea what this is. It's got a wonderful smell. It smells like beef hot pot. It smells meaty, but it doesn't look meaty. I'd say that's maybe some sort of, maybe not tofu, but something plant-based. But it does have a very umami sort of meat, beefy kind of stock taste. Oh. 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 What is that? Oh, haha. It's got spice. I'd say if you don't like spice, you wouldn't like this, but it's not a nasty heat. It's actually quite mild, I think, and pleasant and chewy. It's really chewy. Oh god, it tastes amazing. I was not expecting this to taste so good. I have no idea what it is. I will scan it and leave it here. Wow. I could demolish this packet quite easily. So I just did a little Google Translate and apparently they're wheat noodles. It's some kind of noodle fried in oil. And yeah, so it appears that it's vegetarian. It's fabulous. Wow, I mean, just wow. That was an experience. I literally went there because my friend Jamie, she couldn't contain it. She sort of messaged me saying, have you been to this new shop, Home something? And I was like, no, I haven't even heard of this. And yeah, I I was not expecting it to be a 3-story department store and proper department store. I've never seen anything like that here before, and I am happy. I'm very happy. Like, there were just so many weird things in there, like the staff was saying, you know, stuff that you just never see, like egg timers and little decorative chest boxes and strange furniture, and I love it. I think Kigali needs more of this, really does. So yeah, I was really impressed, and just how easy it was to find things. Like, all of one type of thing was over here, like the chairs or the desks, and all the other stuff like the kids' toys and, you know, the towels and the bedding. It was laid out like a proper department store, and it even had signposts telling you what was on each floor. I mean, that has never been seen here before. And yeah, I mean, I know I've said it over and over and over again. It's like what T2000 would be if T2000 actually kind of really put some effort in and laid things out nicely. The only problem is that it had a very similar vibe for checkout, in that whenever you leave the stores like T2000, you have to take your trolley to the security guard and stand there whilst they check off every item on the list before you're allowed to leave the store. And it created a bit of a problem for me. The first problem is, as you're going in, you have to leave your bag in a locker. And when I got to the end, they couldn't find the key for the locker. Like, it was like a digital display or something. Maybe they forgot what the number was, but I had to stand there for about 5 minutes whilst they tried to get my bag out and failed. And then a guy came back with a knife and he literally had to prise the door of the security locker open to get my bag out, which, you know, it leaves me with a lot of questions. Like, you know, mostly what kind of security locker can be opened with a knife. Yeah, and then because I had some stuff that I put in my bag I was taking with me, and I stopped and the security guy went through the list. Well, he didn't even look in my bag actually, he just looked at the receipt and signed it and said, yes, off you go. But behind me was my friend Josh, who waiters at my restaurant sometimes, and he was organising a taxi to take the other stuff to the restaurant, so the sound system. So he was negotiating with the taxi, agreed a price, went to put the stuff into the taxi, and again he got stopped by the security guard who wanted to see my receipt. But I was already on my motorbike about to leave, so they had to come and stop me, get me off my bike, back to the shop, going through the list on it, and it's just like, oh man, this really spoils what was a really nice shopping experience. But all shops are like that. You have to go through full metal detector security to go into shops usually, and then you have to go through a whole kind of check everything on the receipt against what you've got in your bag on the way out. It's just, oh my goodness, that's the bit where it falls down and it reminds you that actually, you know, we're not in Kansas, Toto. But checkout process and bag incident aside, it was a really lovely place. It was really, really just, it was like, yeah, stepping out for an afternoon to go and look at nice things. And again, it's dangerous. You go in there for one thing. I went in there for one thing, a sound system for the restaurant, which I got for under 200,000. I mean, that was incredible. And it's got like LED lights and everything, and they tested it out, and I stood at the other end of the shop and I could hear it fine. It's brilliant, and it's well below what I've been quoted by other places for like less interesting speakers. So I think that will do as well. Where was I going with that story? Oh yeah, so I went in there for one thing, and then of course I saw the little mouse, and I've always wanted a little red a mouse, so I got one. And then, you know, I just started looking at something, and before I know it, like, my bag is full of potpourri, and I bought some chopsticks and God knows what else I've got. I can't even remember what I bought. Some perfume. I wear 2 perfumes. I wear neroli oil from the Cotswold Perfumery in the UK, and there's a really old one that Lush used to make, a solid perfume. I don't know if they still do it. It's called Breath of God, and it smells of black pepper, and it's beautiful. So those are the only 2 that I wear, and most days I don't bother wearing any scent. So it is beyond unusual for me to buy perfume, but it was the novelty. I mean, like anywhere in the UK, you'd be like, Marion, what are you on about? But here, I've never, ever seen like a perfume display like that in a supermarket where you can go and you can just smell things, and they have testers of things, and literally it was like being in Superdrugs, and it made me smile, you know, because you rarely get to encounter novel products or something that smells different or something that looks different, and so it was just really it was a pleasure to just go through the shelves and look at things. And there was a really cheap perfume there for 4,000. I went, hell yeah, you know, I may not wear it often, but I have it and it's nice. So I don't know, I've just had a really nice afternoon. And yeah, I bought some snacks on the way out, so what more can you want, really? So I have to have a very quick shower now, and then I need to run to the restaurant and take care of some stuff. But yeah, I feel bad. I've literally just forgotten the name of the place. It's Home Market. It's called Home Market. The only thing, like I said, you gotta tackle the Sonatubes roundabout, and that place is terrifying. And there really isn't much parking there. I mean, this is the problem. Like, we have these huge superstores, these big buildings, and no parking. So there's that. But Home Market, absolutely worth an afternoon. You know what? All they need is a food court. All they need is like an M&S food court, and off you go. It would be lovely. Well, it is lovely, but food would keep you there even longer.